I'm f***ing pissed. Yeah. This video is going to sound like a rant, but there's a reason for the rant. Stick with me to the end. Let's talk about why flying with American Airlines just f***ing sucks. Let's go. So I had to go on a business trip. No big deal. So you go through American Airlines' hub, Dallas-Fort Worth. Go from Dallas-Fort Worth all the way to Florida. I'm there for a day. I don't sleep because I'm that guy. I get travel anxiety a little bit. Getting ready to go home. I have to drive 2 hours across the Florida Everglades to get home. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Hey, why not? I got a super early flight in Miami. Let me tell you why this trip sucked. And let me tell you how American Airlines, they gave me the middle finger. A lot of it. So before I leave at 2 o'clock in the morning from Naples, Florida, and I drive to Miami, I decide that I'm going to be proactive and try to call American Airlines. Say, hey guys, I'm going to get to the airport a little early. Can we reschedule me on a flight? Maybe get me home a little earlier to go trick-or-treating with the kids. Well, that was at 2 o'clock in the morning. I hit the road. I'm on the road, drive, get all the way to Miami Airport. I'm at the rental car return. Except, fun fact, rental car return at Miami, even though it's a 24-hour airport, doesn't open to tram you to the airport until 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm there a little bit before. So of course I walk, and in the middle of a thunderstorm, in the rain, and I'm tired, I haven't slept. Still haven't gotten a call back. It's been 2 hours from American Airlines. Well, I'll go to the ticket counter and I will ask someone in person. Why not? I'm already there. Can't really go back in time and change things. As I walk into Miami Airport, I get a call back from American Airlines. It's my scheduled callback. Great. I'm going to get somebody on the phone. I can handle it while I'm going through the TSA pre-check or the first class whatever line that's supposed to be shorter. Except they put me on hold for an additional 30 minutes when the phone ultimately disconnected. F you, American Airlines. F you. But it gets better. You walk into Miami Airport, a 24-hour airport, and the TSA pre-check line is closed. Okay, fine. Fine. Then you walk over to the first class line, and that's closed. So I'm in general population, which is fine. Look, I get it. Like I'm coming off bougie and arrogant, but when you pay for these services and you go out in advance to get TSA pre-check, you kind of expect that shit to be there. But it wasn't there. I go over to the American Airlines first class line thing, and I'm looking at 2 podiums and nobody. So there's an hour and a half wait in Miami Airport. Granted, not American Airlines' fault, in Miami Airport to get through security. I finally get through security. And now I'm hoping to be able to talk to somebody at American Airlines about getting on a different flight. It's approaching 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm exhausted, I haven't slept. It's now been about 41, 42 hours. And I walk up to a line. There's a line in front of people. In front of me, the people going to the kiosk where a woman is talking about a different flight. I walk up to her, I finally wait after another 20 minutes, kindly ask the woman, hey, I'm on a flight at this time. Any chance I can get on an earlier flight? No, sir, there's not. Excuse me? You don't even know where I'm going. Sir, all the flights are full. I'm like, but you don't know where I'm going. All your flights are full? Yes, all of our flights are full, sir. Well, f me. So what do? I say, okay, I'm going to make the best of this situation. I've got an American Express. I'm going to go to the Centurion Lounge. Fun fact, Miami Airport Centurion Lounge opens at 7:30. So again, me. I go from there to the American Express Advantage program. There's a line that waits out in front. That opens at 5:30. Great, good for me, yay. So what do? I wait in line. I think to myself, I'm gonna go inside, get some hors d'oeuvres, sit down, maybe get a nice little towelette, wash off. I walk up and say, I've got a first class ticket. I've read your website, your terms of service. I'm one of your, whatever platinum members. Can I get in? Oh, no, sir. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to Orange County via Dallas-Fort Worth. Yeah, even though you're paying for first class on that, you don't get access here. That's it? No access here? No. Sorry, sir. And I walk away. And as I walk away, I'm looking at the webpage where it says I can have access for $60 a day, which you didn't mention, where all the terms and conditions meet all the requirements that I have. But whatever. I'm just pissed off at this point and I'm too fucking tired to argue. So I get on my plane. About an hour later, I'm on my plane. It's a 777. I lie down, I close my eyes, and I'm pissed off 10 minutes later because somebody woke me up. Except it wasn't 10 minutes later, it was 3 hours. I was that exhausted. And when we land, I've got approximately 45 minutes to get to the next terminal. And I know you're thinking, Chris, this story's dragging on. This is the fun part, kids. Stay tuned. So I rush over from the international terminal all the way over to the next terminal, getting my flight back to Orange County. And guess what? As I rush up to the gate with moments to spare before boarding is complete, the little orange light flashes and says it's delayed. 20 minutes. Okay, fine. Fine. I'll go get some chicken strips and just hang out here on the floor and wait because I just want to go home. Well, 20 minutes turned into another 20-minute delay. Which, if you're going to delay a flight, why do you delay it 20 minutes at a time? Delay it an hour. Give yourself some time, because you're f***ing up and you don't know what's going on. So I go up to the lady after the second delay and say, hey, why are we delayed? She says to me, we don't have a flight attendant for this flight. And by whatever, law and federal aviation requirements, we need to have a certain amount. Okay, cool. So I'm going to sit here and we're delayed 20 minutes. Oh yeah, somebody will be along shortly. 20 minutes are up. I'm looking at the clock. I'm ready to go home. I'm exhausted. Boom! Delayed again. Motherfucker. So I decide to myself that for every hour delayed, I'm going to have a glass of wine. Because this can't go on forever. It's 20 minutes at a time. Clearly somebody's on the way. So I'm going to sit there and I'm just going to have a glass of wine right across from the terminal. And then, you know what? When it's time to go home, I'll be nice and saucy. Well, 6 hours and 6 glasses of wine later, I still haven't gone home. I'm still sitting in the terminal, and now I made friends with everybody, and we've all alternated going to get fast food and bringing it back to the wine place, which has no food. And there's hordes of people on standby trying to get on this flight because other flights were canceled for, guess what? A shortage of flight attendants. The reoccurring theme in the economy is that jobs are going to get more and more challenging. Retaining employees is going to become super, super difficult. And this is the first of many trends that you're going to experience as a consumer where people just aren't there to provide the service because the jobs that historically paid okay in the economy are not doing okay due to inflation. And yeah, this is more of a story of me getting in a rant, but expect more of this shit, not less of this shit. And while I'm super mad at American Airlines, I was even more pissed off when I finally got on the flight 6.5 hours later. I finally take a 3-hour flight back to Southern California and I land and I'm super happy and we're going from the runway to the gate and I'm so happy. I've got to pee. My bladder's going nuts. I'm doing the hold it in because I've also got to go number 2 and I just want to get off the plane. Off the plane is where I want to be, just not on the plane. And I'm looking at the gate. And all of a sudden I realized we're not f***ing turning. Why are we not f***ing turning? I'm looking at the gate. The gate's right there. Nobody's at the f***ing gate. We're not f***ing turning. You know what we did? We sat on the goddamn tarmac for another 30 minutes because the gate wasn't ready. Moral of the story, don't take American Airlines. Expect there to be a shortage of employees and tell your friends about how awesome this YouTube channel is. See you next week.